we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third race of the day, Group C, Race 1. Everyone lining up there for their Super Pole Lap. Who do you think is going to win this race? Quite some big names over there. A lot of people from Brazil cheering over here. Vai dormir, Giovanni. Força aí, Rodrigão. Até o boneco do Mário Rotama tá torcendo por você para levantar o caneco. Rodrigo na área. Bora, Zing. A lot of Brazilians on our chat right now. Please, guys, do not forget to leave your thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We are now official partners, God willing, for life with KWC Kart World Championship. Okay, so drivers are going to start their flying lap now. So no green flag. I don't think this is actually their flying lap. Maybe the flying lap is their next lap. Guys, this is actually their flying lap. As soon as you get released, there's Rodrigo Vieira. He did the pole position for Nations Cup on Saturday. Did a really good job. They ended up P4. P5 actually. Did a solid race. Led the race for half the time for 3 or 4 hours. Rodrigo Vieira is a coach from Academia do Kart back in Brazil. Let's see how they will pan out on this Super Pole. There's the times. Jorge Soares for now doing a 55.9. Luis Fernandes from Portugal, third place with a 56.2. We still have half the grid to go. Hugo Carvalho P9. Seven drivers to go, 6 drivers to go now. Two drivers to go, Matheus Teixeira and Leonardo Oliveira, also known as Léo Heineken. Léo doido demais. So in terms of lap times, we have all the way from 55.9s to 57.4s. So we have 1.5 second gap. Not bad for a 23 grid. So Leonardo Oliveira did not do his time. He's the one on the back of the grid, as you can see over there. He was with his arms open. Does not understand what is going on. His lap time hasn't been completed, I think. Bora Zin, bora Léo Oliveira. Hugo Carvalho vai brilhar. Pedro Lameirão, és português. Tyrone Langbintecourt, Max. Cam, vamos Alejo, com toda papi. Let's see where Alejo is. So let's talk about the guys over here, the order of the grid. Jorge Soares with the flying 55. Well, if you start the race doing 55.9s, if you're in the 55 second time, you probably should do pretty well. Eliano De Vos with a 56.0. John Del Valle with a 56.0 as well. Grégoire Pointe in P4. Luis Fernandes in P5. Jules Van Hulle P6. Rodrigo Vieira P7. P8 Charles Decline. P9 Vika Schledz. P10 Lucas Urbani. P11 Marcelo Sartori. P12 Gerard Soto. P13 Lucas Van Gravel. P14 Pablo Pardilla. P15 Fernando Ribeiro. P16 Hugo Carvalho. P17 Matheus Teixeira. P18 Gerard King, P19, Alejandro Fenui from Colombia, P20, Jimmy Gaspard, P21, Leonardo Oliveira, also known as Leo Heineken, P22, Valentin Aparici, and P23, Liam Halberg. Let me check if there's only 23 drivers over here or any more. I think it's only 23 as well. Yep, that's it. So Leonardo Oliveira, his timing has been put into the timing sheet. He was last, but I think they fixed it. So now he's starting 21st. His time was not appearing on our timing screen. Now they're lining them up. As you know, 2 rows for the rolling start, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. You cannot overtake, you cannot weave before the cones. As you can see over there, some cones on the middle of the track. You will get the green flag for the start. Only then, after you cross the start-finish line, that's when you can overtake or go for a move. Let's listen to what people are saying downstairs. Deborah Hood cheering for Brad Philpott. Is Brad here on this race? I don't think he is. Let me check. No, Brad is not in this race. Brad is like the super leader for the English team, right? Hugo Silva, Bora Rodrigo. A lot of Brazilians here. Rafael Kikuchi, Brazilian Storm on the way. How many Brazilians do we have here? We have Rodrigo Vieira, Marcelo Sartori, Matheus Teixeira, and Leo Heineken, Mr. Leonardo Oliveira on kart 138. They're just about to get released. We're just waiting for the final carts to push over there. A lot of people cheering for Rodrigo Vieira here. Rafael Kikuchi, Alexandre Guimarães, Gabriel Quinta, Anda de Vos. Anda de Vos. Let's go. Jorge Suarez with the pole position with a 55.9 is ahead. Oh my goodness me. Leonardo Oliveira, his kart was shut down when they started, but I think he still has time to go up to the front. Now they come to the start, finish line, and we are racing! Jorge Suarez is still in the lead. Eliano De Vos behaving well. Was on the outside, is now on the inside. John Del Valle is still in P3. The real fight looks like for P6 and P7. You can see a 3 wide. Now a 4 wide coming into this turn for the small circuit. A lot of people pushing Oh my goodness me. Oh, what just happened over there? A big confusion. Almost a pileup on turn one. Someone is gonna get punished by this. Really naughty, guys. Really, really naughty. Let's see what just happened on the replay. Look at this. As they went up to this turn, a lot of people going from the outside on the inside. A big confusion on the start of the race. Be calm, guys. Please behave. A little bit too early to get too excited. So Jorge Suarez still P1, John Del Valle in P2, Grégoire Pointier is P3. This is the fight for so P1 and P2, Jorge Suarez and John Del Valle are going together. One is pushing each other for the benefit of the slipstream. Now, let me show you guys the lap times on your screen so you guys can also see how fast they are or how slow they are. Now they start the second lap. No one's still coming into the pits. So as Jorge Suarez is benefiting from the push that John Del Valle is giving him, doing a flying lap 55.5. Let me lower the outside volume a bit. Here we go. Jorge Suarez is doing a great job along with John Del Valle. Grégoire Pointet is P3. He is all alone. Looks like he's closing in. This is now the fight for P7. Lucas Urbani, Jules Van Hool and Charles Decline and Gerard Soto also in there. On the other end, just in front is Rodrigo Vieira. Sorry guys, a bit of a problem with the sound over here. So this is the fight now for P4, P5 and P6. P1 and P2 go. That's Grégoire, and now Luis Fernandez, Eliano De Vos, and Rodrigo Vieira are all together. So this is the fight for P4. As you can see, just in front, P4, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So Grégoire Pointet, Luis Fernandez, Eliano De Vos, and Rodrigo Vieira all fighting for P4 right now. So let's follow these guys for a bit. This is the fight for P4. Oh, looks like there's a change now in the front of the pack. Rodrigo Vieira in P6, looking to go for it at any time now. Just in front of him is Eliano. Luis Fernandez, the home driver. He is Portuguese. Grégoire Pointet, just in front of them. Looks like Eliano tried to push on the inside, didn't quite have the space, came back down. Oh. Oh, now the fight is bigger. Rodrigo Vieira pushes from P6. He is now in P4. Left Luis Fernandez and Eliano de Vos just behind him as they come back onto the finish start line. Now he's P4. Eliano and Gregoire was P3. Now he is P6. So taking advantage right now is Rodrigo Vieira from Brazil, trying to reach now Luis Fernandez, who is right in front of him with that red helmet. Should not be defending right now, inching closer and closer to him. And looks like they're just a tiny bit faster than the guys in front. Actually, Jorge Suarez and John Del Valle still pushing each other. One is benefiting from the slipstream of the other. And Luis Fernandez passed Gregoire Pointet, Eliano de Vos, and Rodrigo Vieira went along with them because the two guys that were in front of him were fighting. He did not lose his chance. Now he is P4, trying to reach P3. So he puts it right on the inside now. So Rodrigo Vieira now is P3, just in front of Luis Fernandez. Let's see what Luis Fernandez is going to do. He might push Rodrigo Vieira to the front, so they both can reach the second place guy, which is John Del Valle. Now we see on screen Jorge Suarez and John Del Valle, P1 and P2. Now there's a little bit of a gap between these two. They were pushing each other. Someone's getting the blue flag now. Must have already stopped on the pit lane. Some people already on the pit lane right now. Here we go. So kart number 137, Jimmy Gaspard and Liam Hallberg both making their mandatory pit stop. Vika Schlutz also did his pit stop. There's Jose Borillo with his hands behind his back, checking how this is working. Jorge Suarez looks like he's gaining a bit of a gap to John Del Valle. Rodrigo Vieira doing 55.9s, but Luis Fernandez is actually inching closer and closer to him. And now this is the fight for P1 again. John Del Valle is inching closer and closer to Jorge Suarez. Rodrigo Vieira is a bit behind. We have some back markers. Sorry guys, we have some back markers in the middle of this pack. P3 is inching closer and closer. Rodrigo Vieira doing 55.9s. John Del Valle doing 55.9s. Jorge Suarez is also doing 55.9s. So 55.9s. The first top 5 are doing 55.9s, then Gregoire doing 56 zeros. As you see, P1 and P2. Then we have two back markers, then Luis Fernandez and Rodrigo Vieira fighting for P3 right now, doing good points at the start of the race. Let me check the chat. Guys are not fighting so much no more. So Rodrigo Vieira has passed Luis Fernandez a few laps ago. Let's see if Luis will try to push him or try to gain the position back, because he's being chased closely by Eliano de Vos and Gregoire Pointet, who is just right behind him. It's the group of 4 drivers over there. These guys, Rodrigo, Luis, Eliano and Gregoire, a bit behind. As they complete one more lap now, Rodrigo Vieira is not going defensive at all for now. Luis Fernandez is benefiting from his slipstream. They're gaining a bit of a gap to Eliano De Vos just behind him, and these three guys are going further and further away from Grégoire Pointier. He started the race well. He was in P3, then he lost out when he started fighting with Eliano, and now he is P6, trying to gain a bit of momentum to get closer to them, but I don't think that's actually going to be possible. Maybe he can try to go to the pit stops, get off the confusion, not going through back markers now, and try to gain some time now so he can gain a couple of positions. Let's see if Luis, who is in a fight for P4 and P3, will go to the pits pretty soon so he doesn't lose much time on track. So these guys going for P3, doing a really solid race. I think that's an overtake, but not for position. I think that's a back marker over there. Maybe I'm wrong. Or is that John Del Valle? I don't think it's John. Okay, there's the back marker. That is for position, so we just have to wait for them to cross the finish line one more time. Here they come now, completing one more lap. We have 7 minutes left. Let's see how long they will take to go and do their mandatory pit stop. I have to remember, you guys, something changed on the rulebook. The rulebook said if you went to the pit stop, if you did not do your pit stop, you would get a 30-second time penalty. But that was based on the 2019 championship, which was a 10-second pit stop, actually. So now we see number 121, Gilles Van Hol and Lucas Urbani, both doing their mandatory pit stops. But as I was saying, yesterday rulebook said if you did not do your pit stop, you would get a 30-second time penalty. But they had to change that because the mandatory time for the pit stop is a 35-second. So you would actually gain time if you didn't do your pit stops. So now, the new rule is, if you do not make your mandatory pit stop, you will finish the race on last place. So guys, do not forget to make your pit stop, or else you will reach last place by the end of the race. We have some more people doing their pit stops now. Lucas Van Crevelen. He is, right here. I hope I'm saying the names, guys. I hope I'm saying the names right, guys. If I'm not, please try to correct me. As we go back on track, still the fight for P3 between Rodrigo Vieira and Luis Fernandez. Doing one more lap, 6 minutes to go for the end of the race. Luis Fernandez, I think, is just joining forces along with Rodrigo Vieira, getting the benefit for the slipstream. They're inching closer and closer to John Del Valle. They're doing 55.8s, 55.6s, and John Del Valle is doing 56.1s, so they can push and go for that P2 position. They still have time for that. Now, who's stopping? Number 221, Charles Decline. Fernando Ribeiro is also stopping, and Valentin Aparici is also at the pits. As you can see, guys, all helmets here, professional helmets, well painted, beautiful helmets. You can see a red flag over there, a blue flag over there. Pablo Padilla is also stopping. They have to be closer as they can, as close as they can to the white line, or they will get a time penalty. You cannot stop way back because you will get, after you get off the white line, you will be a little bit too fast. So as you can see there, I think that's either Ward or Greg telling them, hey, you have to be on the white line. You cannot be too much behind the white line. So Rodrigo Vieira now just reached John Del Valle. He's trying to go for P2, bringing along with him Luis Fernandez. So these guys, they could do the pit stops and try to overtake him off track. Maybe not trying to lose so much time. There's an overtake on the inside, and Luis Fernandez puts it on the outside of Rodrigo Vieira. They're coming to the last turn. The other driver goes inside the pits. Rodrigo Vieira, I think he just gained P2. So actually, John Del Valle went into the pits. He does not want to lose time. Here he is, just pushing right now. He was in P2. He was getting a bit slower, getting backed up a bit. As you can see, kart number 312 and kart number 81. Is that 81? So Grégoire Pointe, who was P3 before, goes over there. John Del Valle also gets out now. He does not want any fuss, does not want any confusion. So right now, Rodrigo Vieira is P2 and Luis Fernandez is P3. After they make their pit stops, this should be a close one, guys. They should be leaving their pit stops for the last lap. And there goes Rodrigo Vieira, goes inside. Let's see how he comes out on the race. Let's wait for him to come to our other camera. Jorge Suarez, which is the leader, also is in, along with Rodrigo Vieira. 3 drivers are in. Jorge Suarez, Rodrigo Vieira, and Eliano de Vos, as you can see here. Let's see the gap these look. Oh, they must be on the white line. Here they are. Two minutes and a half to the end of the race. There goes Jorge, there goes Rodrigo, and there goes Eliano. So Rodrigo Vieira is inching closer and closer. So Luis Fernandez and Gerard Soto are also in the pits. They should go right down to the wire now. So Luis Fernandez, here he is. Kart number 39. They have to be closer to the white line. Waiting for his 35 seconds warning. There he goes. Let's see how he gets back on track. So actually Luis Fernandez lost out a bit. He comes out way behind Rodrigo Vieira. Remember guys, one was pushing each other, so I think he actually lost the position. We'll know by the next lap how their net result is. Hold up chat, I'll talk to you guys after the end of the race. 1 minute to go. So Luis Fernandez, I think he dropped out to P4 or P5. Jorge Suarez might still be in the lead. Rodrigo Vieira, I think he might be in P2. That depends on where John Del Valle will come out after they complete this lap. As we see them check, going for the one more lap, that's it. So Jorge Suarez is P1, Rodrigo Vieira is P2, John Del Valle P3, and yeah, that's it. Luis Fernandez actually lost out on his pit stop because he dropped to P4. He was supposed to be P3 right behind Rodrigo Vieira. So Rodrigo Vieira gets some benefit from his strategy. He overtook on the right lap and he actually went in to the pit on the right lap as well. Anybody in pits right now? I don't think so. Race is just about to be over as we have 10 seconds on the clock. Looks like this should be Jorge Suarez race. Still doing 55 nines as we approach the end of the race. Nuno Lopes already has the checkered flag with him. And here we see Jorge Suarez wins the race from Group C. Give it up to Jorge. Very good race, man. That is it. And that wraps up the race. Rodrigo Vieira is P2. Ron Del Valle is P3. Luis Fernandez lost out on his pit exit and is actually now P4. Still, guys, good points for the championship. Grégoire Pointier is P5, P6 with Eliano De Vos, P7. Jules Van Hulle, P8. Gerard Soto, P9. Lucas Urbani, P10. Charles Decline, P11. Vika Schultz, P12. Lucas, Lucas Vrankevellen, P13. Hugo Carvalho, P14. Marcelo Sartori, P15. Fernando Ribeiro, P16. Gerard King, P17. Leonardo Oliveira, also known as Leo Heineken, P18. Jimmy Gaspard, P19. Valentin Aparici, P20. Alejandro Fenui, P21. Mateus Teixeira, P22. Liam Halberg, and P23, Pablo Padilla. As you can see, all drivers coming into the pits so they can give their cards for the next drivers for the next race, which is the race from Group D. Let me check the list for this race. Race 1, Group D. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna check the reigning champion, Michael Schuttler. Driver number 1, Alain Corbieux with kart number 7. Kart number 17 with Christian Duven. Kart number 18, José Burillo González. Kart number 21, Pedro Alexandre Ferreira Soares. Kart number 29, Peter Neefs. Kart number 33, Kenneth Nessens. Kart number 37, Lourenço Leite. Kart number 45, João Brits. Kart number 58, Gilson Signori. Kart number 60, Enrique Checa. Kart number 69, Ramon Pinheiro. Kart number 70. There's our British boy, Brad Philpott. Kart number 96, Celine Balnega. Kart number 100, Rico Harbosh. 117, Aidan Kennedy. 148, Duke Melchior. 151, Logan Sunier. 197, Luis Senna. 215, Jorge Oliveira Silva. 294, Cody Hartson. 307, oh my God, Zdenek Ostadal and Bruno Albino on kart number 310. Let me check how the chat box is doing right now, guys. Any messages from you? Oh, a lot of messages. Felipe Senpai, go Rodrigo. One day I will be with you, KWC, and I will win the championship. That's it, Felipe. Felipe Senpai and racing account here. Go Rodrigo. So cheering for Rodrigo, who did an excellent race, was P2, just behind our previous winner, Jorge Soares. Boazinho, everyone congratulating. Valeu, Balarim, você devia estar na pista também. Thank you, guys. We're going for a short break, and we will be right back with Group D, Race 1, and all the action from KWC Kart World Championship 2022. Please leave us a like, thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Okay, guys? Going for a quick water. We will be right back in a few seconds.